And welcome back to another Spinato Spin, the show that tries to encourage you, inform you, give you whatever information I got so you could be more of an individual that maybe you want to be. Maybe something that I say will hit a chord and things will start moving in a direction you want them to go. Well, tonight I think it's only appropriate that we start off with the year in review, okay? The year in review, where are we? How did we get here? Where are we going to go from here? Well, the most important thing we all know is that we want to be fulfilled. We want to have a great future for not only for ourselves, but for all the ones that love us and all the ones that we care about. Well, the most important thing to me and to you is that you go forward and you do something special. One story rings true with me every time I see it, and I do see it around this time of the year. And I watched the movie, I've read the book, of course we've heard tapes on it, whatever you want to call it. It's called The Christmas Carol. And it's written by Charles Dickens, and as the kids were growing up, I used to show them this movie, The Muppet Christmas Carol. And it seemed to ring true what goes on in life. There's no doubt about it that the Christmas Carol story is one that everyone can take apart and think a lot about. Well, the best part about it to me is the three spirits that visit them. It's a story of life. You see, there's three spirits, one of the past, one of the present, and one of the future. Well, the one of the past, if you will, gives you an idea where you were, where it all happened, where things might have changed in your life. What happened? Where were you? Who were you? Why were you happy at the time or maybe not happy at the time and things changed? Well, everything we're going to talk about tonight is going to revolve around that, and then we're going to roll into the New Year's resolutions. Hopefully we'll make a nice seamless connection between where we are and where we've been, where we are now, and where we're heading in the future. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at the ghost of Christmas past. All right, there's been a lot of Christmases for myself, probably for you, probably for a lot of people you know. What were those Christmases like? What was your life like? How were you enjoying your time at that point in time? Most people have a joyous Christmas to a point. Every year we're not locked up in orphanages, all of us, and all of us aren't in a situation where we feel helpless. We feel good. Even as young kids, we're too naive to know if things are bad, right? Okay, so the Christmas past story comes to be. All right, the spirit visits them, and the next thing you know, the Christmas past becomes the Christmas present. You see, who are you? Who are you right now, and where did you fall from grace? Where did you rise? How did you go up? See, we're all going to go through this a lot in our lives. There's always going to be a past, there's always going to be a present, and then down the road there's going to be a future. Well, Scrooge in our case, right? He's in a situation where he realizes early on after the first spirit visits him that, hey, wait a minute. I wasn't that bad of a guy all the time. I had great times. I enjoyed myself. And what changed? What made the change happen? Well, all of a sudden, the hardness of his heart got harder and harder because he realized, as he got older, that no one really cared about him. Nobody cared about him at all, so he was just a cold person from that standpoint. And then when he had an opportunity to reach out to people, he was reminded one time again that it's just not meant to be for him. He's going to focus his life on building a fortune, and that's all that matters. People don't matter at all to him. And that's basically what he realizes when they start talking about him in the Christmas present. How he's just such an old miserly guy that no one really cares for, and no one would pay to even care for him at all. And all the lives, all the things that he'd done up to that point turns into a situation where now it comes to fruition. Now all the bad things he done is going to have repercussions down the road, the consequences. You see, it's funny, in life there's actions and then there's consequences. No matter what it is, every action has a reaction. And that's one of the reactions he's going to see. He's going to see how bad things really are if he stays on the current path. Well, let's flip the page, okay? We know how it ends. Tiny Tim doesn't die. He saves the world, and we never really get to see how joyous he really becomes, because that's not the idea of the story. The idea is to show you a path in which he led. The last part, he turns into a great guy. He cares a lot about people. He turns his life around. Well, let's go to the New Year's resolution, okay? New Year's resolution. New life, old life. Well, Scrooge had an old life. Now he's got a new life, right? Well, what about you? What about you and your New Year's resolutions? What are you going to make a New Year? You realize how bad the odds are stacked against you that you're going to make it and do your New Year's resolution? Only 8% of the people actually do their New Year's resolution. You know why? I'll give you a hint. Just like any goal, they don't even know what a New Year's resolution is. They haven't been taught the ways in which it really comes about. A resolution, my friend, is almost like a blood oath. A resolution is you resolve not to do something, or you resolve to do something. You know, you want to conquer an island, you know what you do? You burn the boats. That's the idea. The idea is not to have any other choice but to hit the resolution. If you want to lose weight, I'll hit on this one because this is something I do on a regular basis. If you want to lose weight, how are you going to lose weight? You're going to become a person that loses weight. You're going to become a person of an image, a vision of what you want to become. That's a resolution. Don't fall for the pie in the sky commercial. Well, yeah, resolution. Yeah, I want to lose. Okay, show me that again. Oh, yeah, I want to lose weight. Oh, I quit drinking. Yeah. I want to quit smoking. Are you kidding me? Those aren't resolutions. Where's the plan? Where's the desire? Where's the fire? Where's the reasons? I want to lose weight because I want to get in shape and I want to start feeling good about myself. I want to lose weight so I can do more things that are active. Go out and enjoy my life, enjoy my body. I don't want people pointing at me and saying, look how fat that guy is. That's ridiculous. The obese situation in this country is ridiculous. And it's only ridiculous because people have given up. People just say, well, you know, I couldn't resist that last cheeseburger. That's not funny. That's serious. You're going to wind up putting yourself in a situation where you're going to cut your life short and there ain't going to be no more Christmases. The Christmas of the future don't look too cool without you there, especially if you're the one who wants to be there. What you got to do is you got to resolve. You got to decide. You got to make it so compelling. See, when you decide to do something, you got to say, what's my outcome? What are the results? What are the results going to look like when we're done? Why don't I say to myself this? By such and such a date, I will weigh 10 pounds less than I do right now. And here's my plan. And here's my discipline. And I'll tell you what, I'll take an imaginary gun and I'll hold it to my youngest child's head and I'll shoot him in the head if I don't do it. That changes the whole picture, doesn't it? You might think I'm crazy, but that's called creating a sense of urgency. We all have fire in us. Why don't you use it to make yourself better? A New Year's resolution is big. A New Year's resolution means your year's off to a great start. It means you're going to have an awesome Christmas next year. It means you're on the right track. The New Year's resolutions, we looked at them one time. Let's go one step further. What's the next one? Back it up one more. Here's the key, folks. You got to change a should into a must. Not that I should do it. Yeah, you should, like it says, oh, I should go. It's getting late. You know, what's the song? I really must go. It's cold outside, baby. It's cold outside. We heard it a million times, right? You know, I really should go. And this and that. She's wishy-washy writing the song. Well, the bottom line is, you got to decide it's not should. You got to be strong enough to take a should and turn it into a must. A must. You know, we got to take this island. Why? Because I burned the freaking boats. I mean, there's no way, either we die here or we make it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. How about I'll lose weight or something drastic is going to happen to me? Create it in your mind. Focus on it. I remember one time I had a goal of losing 25 pounds and I was going to do it in 32 days. Everybody said, you're crazy. You can't do that. Well, you know what? I did it. I even showed the doctor that I did it. He said, well, I really wasn't that healthy. I said, yeah, but I did it. I told you I was going to lose the weight, and I did. I wound up losing 25 pounds in 32 days because I had a doctor's appointment from one point to another point. Unfortunately, that doctor passed away, so I have no way of proving it to you. But I really did do it. And I'll tell you what, it's all a mind game, folks. If you really care about what happens to you, you will create the urgency that you need. You know, there's one thing that basically expands everyone's desire. You know what that is? Reasons. You got to have strong enough reasons to do anything. You know, years ago, I'm going to kind of wrap it up here pretty quick, but years ago, when you locked your keys in your car, you were sunk, right? How do you get your keys out of the car? Yeah, there was no AAA back then. There was no way of getting it out. You know how you did it? You took a coat hanger and you slid it in between the windows and you hooked it onto the hook of the inside lock on the car and you pulled it up and it unlocked your car. And your keys were in there and you were able to get them out. You think that was in the manual where when you bought the car said, if you ever lock your keys in the car, here's how you do it? No. Why? How did people figure out how to do it? You know what the answer is? No matter what it is, if you want something bad enough, you'll figure out a way. Well, how do you create something bad enough? You come up with reasons. I want to get my car. I got to get my car. I got to go somewhere. You don't want to create another false sense of urgency. You want to get yourself thinking positive and moving forward at a really fast speed. Pretend you lost your car keys and you're a little late for work. You're going to find your car keys? What are you going to do? Look and move stuff around and just look. You're going to go crazy trying to find those freaking car keys, aren't you? Well, that's the way it is with losing weight. That's the way it is with maybe improving your relationships. All the New Year's resolutions you want to do. That's what we're trying to do here on The Spin. We're trying to get you to guys create a sense of urgency, a sense of desire, a sense of fire, a sense of lead, follow, get out of the way mentality. That's what you want, and that's what you want to get. Let's look at this one more time, the last one. Yep, that's the must, and one more. And the other one, the last one is, what is your... So what's your New Year's resolution? I'll end it like the big credit card advertisement. So what's in your wallet? So what's your New Year's resolution? Ask a friend. Ask yourself. And I'll tell you one last thing about a New Year's resolution. When you make a New Year's resolution, tell as many people as you possibly can that you made a New Year's resolution. Look them in the eye, shake their hand, and say, here's my New Year's resolution. Do me a favor. Hold me to it. All right, folks, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, if that applies. Happy holidays. And we won't be on next week, so that's why I got to the New Year's resolution part of it. So I wish you a Happy New Year. All right. Have a great one. Thank you very much, folks. Bye-bye now.